Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again for joining us for the Good Night Meditation. The theme that we're going to be exploring and going into a little experience is to sleep as the prince and to wake up as the prince. We understand the invisible being, the true being, which is within this costume called the body. Call it the spirit, call it the soul, is the prince. Let's take a few moments as we wind down our day, taking my attention away from everything that I can see, feel, listen, or touch. I steer my attention to my inner kingdom, leaving the outer kingdom as it is, where it is, and take a moment with full concentration, focusing at the eye of the mind. Let's just pay attention to the eye of the mind. However I traveled through the day, whatever awareness I was holding through the day, let's see and let's consider the inner true self as the prince. What a fortune, how lucky to even be the prince. The prince knows that his parent is the king. King is one who has all the authorities, who has everything. Prince has the nature of royalty. Prince has the nature of giving. Prince is never impressed, never tempted, never pulled into the drama. Anything and everything of this drama doesn't attract, doesn't influence, doesn't impress the inner true prince. Let's hold that feeling of being the prince. And as we wind down, I might have played the role of a beggar, a very, very smart beggar, a very, very intelligent beggar, a very, very successful beggar looking for coins, gathering coins, having the best begging bowl. I want, I need. There might have been competition or comparison. Now, the prince is awakened. Leave the beggar behind, and in 1 second, just as turning on the switch, the prince wakes up to the reality of who am I? Who do I belong to? What do I have? The inner being, the invisible prince, is rich. The prince always had everything. With just this thought that the prince has everything that he needs brings a feeling of contentment, brings a feeling of satisfaction. There is emerging of the virtue of care, compassion, mercy. It's not just that I wake up the prince and go to bed in the company of the king, but as the inner prince awakens, there is that instant thought to awaken every prince in this world. All are my fellow brothers and sisters, and all are prince. Just hold that vision. This is a world of princes, and we all are the children of the King of Kings. The King of Kings and the Prince. Just two of us. There is nothing else that we need. Experience this bond of love. Experience the unlimited resource. No matter how the drama went through the day, there would have been ups and downs. There would have been crooked turns. There would have been praise and defamation, criticism, and whatnot. The moment the prince is awakened, he goes beyond anything, doesn't take anything from the drama. He's there only to serve, only to share. The prince comes into this drama, does his task, and then leaves. Leaves no fingerprints behind. No fingerprints behind. No I's and minds. No haves and have-nots. No ifs and buts. Just to be with the king. Where the king is, the entire kingdom is there. Where the king is, everything is there. So let's connect. Let's experience being with the king, being the prince. Just feel that inner sparkling light that we all are, that we all have. And let that inner sparkle of light connect to that Supreme King, the ocean of love. the ocean of all attainments. There's no locks and keys. It's always shining. The sun always shines. Be it rain, be it winter, summer, monsoons. The sun always continues to shine. Similarly, the king always is shining. Let's wear the sparkling crown of light. All become the prince. Let this visible body disappear. Let the invisible star become visible at the center of the forehead. The invisible, sparkling, golden star. Beyond any pulls, beyond any attraction, free, independent, light, weightless, ageless, labelless, happy star, loving stars, brilliant stars. And visualize the crown, a crown of light. This crown of light is not of ego. This crown of light is of royalty. This crown of light reminds me of the responsibility to share. And what does it mean to share? Just to be the prince. Just to have the awareness, the child of the king. The king will never ask. The king only gives, serves, nurtures. In the same way, the prince is awakened, and I sleep from all the roles, all the masks, all the labels that I've been wearing for days, the whole day. The prince awakens and goes to bed. Whether he's sleeping, whether he's walking, eating, running, prince is always a prince. Doesn't matter how he dresses, the prince will be a prince. With these thoughts, let's wind down. And again, for 1 minute, total concentration. Be the light that you are within. Emerge the contented, royal prince within. And let the eye of the mind only see the Supreme King, the King of Kings. And with this bond, with this connection, with this relation, with this attainment, I go to bed. There is no worry in the mind. The mind is calm, peaceful, centered. All the questions and commas and full stops, there is no exclamation. Everything comes to a point, full stop. So good night to all the prince and princesses joining us from everywhere. Have a princey night and wake up in the awareness of the king and being the prince. Good night.